Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys my Wobbuffet and Crobat deck. I had this for a daily challenge, and I had a lot of comments requesting for the deck list, and so here you go. Yeah, I mean, there's been some modifications since the first video that I did for the daily challenge, but this is basically the same. It's the same one. I'm not going to give a very thorough analysis. I guess I could, but really it's just Crobat and Wobbuffet. So here we go. 4 Wobbuffets here. It's got the ability of Bide Barricade, shutting down your opponent's abilities, including yours, minus the psychic abilities. So if your opponent's got psychic Pokemon, they still have abilities. The attack that we're focusing on is Psychic Assault. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon, and you know, if your opponent's Pokemon has 10 damage counter, this Psychic Assault will be doing 110. Add a Muscle Band, that's 130, and that's already 230, knocking out the EX, right? So it's kind of the hope and dream. Being able to just pile on damage counters by using these bats right here. And so Crobat and Golbat both have Sneaky Bite and Surprise Bite, respectively. We have the Attack Skill Dive as well that we can potentially use, and what we're going to be doing is just kind of be laying down these bats, evolving them, and then using Wobbuffet to have a more powerful Psychic Assault. That's about it. And, yeah, it's just 16 Pokemon, 4 of each, and the idea here is just try to get it as consistent as we can and see what we can do with that. So with the item cards, we've got Escape Rope here, 2 Repeat Balls, since we got a lot of repetitive Pokemon. We got Scoop Up, Cyclone as the aspect of choice. We've got Start on the Megaphone, one of these, 4 Super Scoop Ups, 1 Switch in case we need to get Wobbuffet off the active spot somehow. And then we got Trainer's Mail, 2 of these, and 3 Ultra Balls and 4 VS Seekers. We have the AZ here in case we really need to, if we run out of Super Scoop Ups and Scoop Up Cyclones. Colress as well. We have 1 Lysander, 3 Ends, 1 Professor Birch's Observation, and then 4 Junipers. And then for the Stadium, we have these Dimension Valley, 4 of these. We've got Muscle Band, 3 of these, and 4 Mystery Energies, and 4 of these regular Psychic Energies. Now, I'm playing this again for a daily challenge. You can see right here, I'm going to have to evolve 10 times, and then I also have to do 1,000 damage. So here we go. Let's see if we can get these daily challenges done. I don't mind if I lose. All we gotta do here is try to get some daily challenges and complete, earn some stuff. All right, here we go. All right, and we're going to be playing against Shroomish 87. My opponent has a variety of different types: water, lightning, psychic, colorless, and we won't get to go first. That is a huge disadvantage to us since we really need to get those bats going. My opponent is playing a bat deck as well. That's pretty interesting. So we're going to start off with the Wobbuffet here. Hopefully we can shut my opponent off from abilities right away, and I will play the Zubat. A little caution there in case we do get Lysander or something like that, but my opponent starts off the Zubat as well. We do get the energy here, and then we can go ahead and do a Psychic Assault right away. My opponent is playing these bats here. We are Psychic weak, so we got to watch out for that. My opponent can hit us for his own, using his bats to hit us for double the damage since we're weak to Psychic. Otherwise, we gotta wait and see what we can do here. There's really nothing that we can do, really. Oh, no, we get a Hypnotoxic Laser. Are you kidding me? And we even get End. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm actually gonna opt to use a Super Scoop Up on the Wobbuffet. And if we can pick him up, we can play him back on the bench, remove the Psychic. Oh my goodness, my opponent. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead, and yes, we were able to do that. And we're just going to go ahead and put some pressure on my opponent right away. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead. We'll play an End right here, get some more bats going, and let's just retreat into here, and let's do the Psychic Assault. Now, I know this Seismitoad can just start smacking us with Quaking Punch right away. I guess that's not too terrible, So, let's see here. My opponent can definitely go ahead and get a Golbat out here. Never mind, we see a Manectric EX. That could easily Lysander out my Zubats and things like that. Here is another Hypnotoxic Laser, and the Manectric's going to come into play. Now, I might end up using the Super Scoop Up again on the Wobbuffet, so we're going to wait and see what we can do right there. My opponent can still hit us with a Supercross. They'll be doing 10 damage to each of these Zubats, and then also doing 20 damage right here. So, alright, so there we go. Gotta get rid of this for sure. So, let's try the Super Scoop Up, and yes, we're able to do that. So there we go. Let's just do this right here, and let's go for the Birch, and of course we'll hit Tails, and we'll have to go ahead and retreat again, and we'll go with the Psychic Assault, hitting for 20 this time around, and we're without a hand. Now I kind of felt That's a little bit of a bummer with the Birch flipping tails. That's always a big risk right there, and that's kind of the reason why I don't want to play Birch sometimes. And maybe Shauna is a better choice in these kind of scenarios. So you never know. Anyways, my opponent right now can still retreat. We can see a Manectric EX hit us for 60 damage if he wants to do an Assault Laser. So we got a lot of assaulting going on here. Psychic Assault and Assault Lasering. My opponent can still play Quaking Punch, and that would remove our Super Scoop Up. That would be pretty devastating. My opponent can still counter the Stadium. Gotta wait and see. Now, my opponent can hit me for another Supercross, and then that way my opponent can use an Overrun in the next turn and snipe the Zubats here. I really gotta wait and see if I can get another supporter, and that way I can be able to evolve these Zubats here. My opponent was able to get the Golbat here, attacking the Wobbuffet right away, and this Wobbuffet probably should have gone down by now, but lucky for us, it didn't. And so we gotta wait and see. So this Golbat here, we can't exactly knock him out. Now, we will be doing 40 damage, actually, if he retreats, but very likely the Seismitoad's going to come out to play, and my opponent was even able to get the Shaman right here. And so here comes the Toad, hits us for 50, and that's no good. We really don't have much that we can do here. I can go for a Psychic Assault, but that's about all I can do, really. So we might end up needing to retreat and sacrificing one of these guys here. I don't know. Yeah, I can hit for 20. There's really nothing we can do, so we'll just Psychic Assault. I mean, hey, I think we lost this game here, but we're able to put up some damage, and we didn't get to evolve anything. So that's a huge problem here. Not able to evolve. We really didn't get much of anything here. We do have another Wobbuffet here ready to go, hit for 20. My opponent can still take us out in 3 hits, hitting for 50 and 50 and then 50 again. And so we could see a Hypnotoxic Laser. That will definitely speed up the process. We see a Burbank City Gym, and oh, there it goes. Why did I play this energy here? That is just terrible. Why did I do that? And no, here comes the oh, darn it. It's going to take 2. Oh no, my opponent can hit us in 1 shot. And there's no mercy here, folks. We just couldn't get anything going for us. But that's okay. Like I said, we're just here for, we're really just here to, try to evolve, try to put some damage on the board. But, I think that's about it. I'm just going to head, I'm going to concede. I'll concede. Haha, okay, GG. All right, I'm done here. We don't want to waste your guys' time. You guys are here to see me succeed in completing a daily challenge. So there we go. We got only a little bit of damage done right here. We're going to keep playing and see what we can do. Alright, and we're going to be playing against Seafood Cake. My opponent does have the advantage. Righty then. And it looks to me like we will get to go first this time. And that's the thing. I hate playing against Toad decks. Those decks are so annoying. Oh no, another Mega Manectric deck. And my opponent even has Silent Lab. Not that that really matters. I'm playing Wobbuffet anyway. So we really don't have a really. This is a pretty bad hand right here. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna play the Muscle Band. Let's see here. I'm actually gonna get rid of the Escape Rope, and we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with the Zubat right here. And end the turn. Alright, so no Muscle Band. My opponent can get an Assault Laser going, and that could be pretty frightening. What we're going to do for sure is probably play the Golbat. Now my opponent can do an Assault Laser. Here, oh no, we get hit with an N. Doesn't matter, we get another Golbat here anyways. And, okay. Alright, so the Manectric EX here can definitely hit us with an Overrun. Could see a Muscle Band, but that's highly unlikely. What I would actually expect to see is probably, maybe a Shaman here, but I'm expecting to see a Spirit Link. So we'll get hit for 20, and that's okay with me. I don't really mind that. We have another Wobbuffet ready to go. We could probably play that as well. And we do have this Mystery Energy, so if we don't get the Stadium here, we can at the very least get the Mystery Energy. We could probably just play the Mystery Energy, be a little more... let's see here. Let's just go ahead. I'm going to get another Zubat right now. And let's go with this right there. And we'll play that, making sure. We do have the... oh, darn it. We did get it, but that's okay. And, okay, so here we go. I'm just going to go ahead And let's just discard this. I just want to get these bats going right now. Here's another Zubat. Let's get at least 3 of them out here, and then we can play N in the next turn. We also have Super Scoop Up if we really need to use that. And let's just go for the Assault Laser, hitting for 30. Now my opponent can definitely hit us with an Assault Laser. That'll put a lot of pressure on my Wobbuffet. But this Wobbuffet has the free retreat. We can go ahead and play this Mystery Energy onto this Wobbuffet and play the Dimension Valley and even play the Super Scoop Up. Oh, never mind. My opponent plays the Rough Seas and plays N anyways. Oh, no. Okay, so here we go. My opponent will hit us with an Assault Laser. That won't knock us out. It'll hit us for 80. We'll be a little bit short. He'll be a little bit short from knocking us out. And my opponent opts to go for an Overrun instead. So here we go. Let's just go with this. Put some more pressure over here, and we'll bring this guy back up and evolve this right here. There it is. And let's even get this right here. And I guess I'll play an N as well. And boom. Okay, so this is getting really good right here. And we'll go for a Scoop Up. That failed, and that's okay. Let's go with the Psychic Assault, hitting for 100 damage, taking the victory right there. We were able to evolve a number of more times, and yes, that was glorious. And look at that, putting 10 evolution card into play. We're almost halfway there. And the amount of damage done, we're almost halfway there as well. So I'm very pleased with our progress. And alright, so I'll be playing another match here. Here we go. Alright, and we're going to be playing against Jimmy_M. And here we go, let's go for heads. Yes, and we won the coin toss. We were able to go first. That's a pretty good start. We start off with a Wobbuffet, so that's actually pretty nice. We even get a Zubat here, and there's really nothing else that I really want to do, really. So I'm going to end the turn. In the next turn, we will be able to Ultra Ball away a couple things and potentially get a Golbat out here. We will see an Assault Laser, or not Assault Laser, an Overrun. We get hit for 20 and 20. Oh my goodness, another Manectric deck. I mean, the last guy was a Manectric deck. I think the guy before had Manectrics too. 3 Manectric decks in a row, and we are not seeing much variety. We see a Silent Lab too. A lot of people like to play Manectric EX nowadays, huh? Maybe I got to do that too. We have a Professors that are here. My opponent is able to get a Water Energy. Only 1 Water Energy. I wonder what that's about. And here is an Ultra Ball, discarding the Ultra Ball and another Water Energy. So we see a Keldeo. Looks like we're going to be seeing a Black Kyurem deck of some sort, perhaps. We see a Shaman EX, never mind. Looks like my opponent's going to opt to maybe lose some more, use up some more cards in his hand. Never mind, we could just get hit for 20 and 20, and that is it. So here we go. Let's go with this. I'm going to counter the Stadium. And at this point, Keldeo can rush in and retreat. There's really no reason to play the Escape Rope, so I'm just going to discard these right here. Let's get out the Golbat in case my opponent, doesn't Assault Laser me or Overrun me anymore. Let's go with the Psychic Assault, hitting for 30. Now, again, I could have done the Super Scoop Up, but, anything funny can happen. My opponent can Life Scanner out with his Golbat or something like that, too. I don't know. So I opted to go this route. Again, like I said, I could have done the Super Scoop Up, but oh my goodness, my opponent brings out the Mega Manectric right away. We get hit for a ton of damage, and that's no good. My opponent powers up the Keldeo. We just don't have anything going for us here. And let's just go with this. I'm gonna scoop. I'm gonna scoop. Oh no, it failed. I was about to concede. And there's nothing we can do. We lost this match right here. My opponent's going to hit us with a Turbo Bolt, and that's going to finish. We're at least, hey, on the bright side, we're able to evolve 3 times, and we're also able to put some attacks. So look at that. We are now past halfway on the 10 evolutions, and of course, we are past halfway, hitting 1,000 damage. So there we go. All right, next match. Okay, and we're going to be playing against Chuachin. It's a water, metal, psychic, I don't know. I have no idea what I just saw. Looks like my opponent will get to go first this time around, and we end up mulling again. We do start off with a Wobbuffet. We also have an Ultra Ball. We have a Trainer's Mail. Got the Super Scoop Up, and Muscle Man, and so as long as we don't play another Manectric EX deck, that would be great. And, yeah, 3 Manectric EX decks in a row is more than enough for me. I'm getting a little tired of it. And thank goodness we will be playing against these metal decks. And looks like we have Bronzor over here and Aegislash. So we got to be careful with playing our special energies. But actually it wouldn't really matter since we will be denying my opponent from Mighty Shield since of our Wobbuffet Bide Barricade ability here anyways. We see an Ultra Ball discarding the Bronzong and Rayquaza Spirit Link. Oh no, I'm playing against a Rayquaza deck. And the nice thing here is that with Wobbuffet out here, we'll be countering a couple things here with Shaman and stuff like that. So All right, here we go. Let's go ahead. We will try our best to get the job done here. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to discard these guys. Let's get a Zubat out here. All right, so let's get the Zubat. Let's get this right here with another Zubat, and we got one more Zubat. So 3 Zubats in total, 1's prized. And let's just go ahead, and it wouldn't really matter with the start of the megaphone. And it's a shame we couldn't attack. All right, so we're going to have to end the turn here. In the next turn, we can evolve both these guys, put a lot of pressure on this Aegislash, and really, you gotta wait and see. Now, my opponent can still knock us out. We can see something, a switch, bringing the Aegislash back onto the bench. And then the Mega Rayquaza coming out here to basically annihilate our Wobbuffet. That would be pretty devastating. But what's going to happen right now is I might just play the start of the megaphone. Again, my opponent can still play a Floatstone, so I might save for that. Wait and see if my opponent does play a Floatstone. I only play 1 start of the megaphone in my deck, so if anything, I can still VS Seeker for an N and potentially disrupt my opponent, but you never really know either. Oh, my opponent plays an N anyways, and we do get an energy right here. We see a DCE on the Keldeo, so Keldeo can actually be an attacker as well. My opponent opted not to play the energy on the Rayquaza over here, and we still haven't seen a Floatstone on the Keldeo, so let's just go with this. We'll go with that right there, and we'll play this right here as well. And I'm just going to play it. I'm going to play the damage on the Mega Rayquaza. It looks like my opponent's not going to be investing in the Aegislash at all. And so let's just go ahead. We're going to get the N right here and N into a fresh hand of 6. We got another one of these guys, so that's good news. And here's some more Wobbuffets. Let's go for Super Scoop Up. Darn, that was a fail. And we'll just play another Wobbuffet here. We got one more space for that last Zubat in the deck, and then the other one's prize. Let's go with the Psychic Assault, hitting for only 10. We do have a Crobat in the next turn. We're going to continue to just put pressure on this Mega Rayquaza, and we see my opponent countering the stadium again. So that's 2 of our stadiums countered already, so we got to be careful. We played our stadium first. That was kind of a bad mistake right there. We probably shouldn't have done that. And we see right here my opponent can still set up the Mega Rayquaza. There is the energy there. My opponent can't rush in, but now he can. Okay, here's the rush in and retreat. That's okay with me. We'll be able to bring out the Wobbuffet here. We have free retreat on the Wobbuffet as well. And okay, so let's just go ahead and put 30 on here. We can't exactly use the repeat ball since we don't have another Zubat here. We could just go ahead and get another Wobbuffet though, and that way we can thin out the deck a little bit more. And here we go. We do get heads on the Professor Birch's observations, and then we even get another energy here. But I'm gonna take a look at the oh wow, we got the Dimension Valley. That is perfect. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to play this energy over here, and let's just go ahead and flip for heads. Oh no, we got tails, darn it. And let's go for the Psychic Assault, hitting for 100 damage. This Mega Rayquaza is down to 50 HP. Gotta wait and see what my opponent does after this. The Mega Rayquaza can knock out the Wobbuffet though, and the Heatran here can potentially get powered up as well. So my opponent will need to do another Lysander, maybe bring out the Zubat or something like that. Or maybe even the Crobat here. So we do have an N here. If my opponent knocks something out, we can play an N, put my opponent down to 4 cards, but it wouldn't really matter. My opponent's already at 3 cards anyways. We see here a Battle Compressor probably thinning out his hand or his deck. We could see some more special energies. Oh, never mind, not special energies. Regular energies and an Aegislash. That's what we see here. My opponent goes for a Juniper, discarding another Rayquaza and a Bronzor. And it's interesting, my opponent does counter the stadium after that. So that's, oh no. We got 1 Dimension Valley left. Otherwise, we have to depend on playing 2 energies every time now. And again, my opponent hits us for 180. That's okay with me. Let's bring out this Wobbuffet here. And I will end my opponent down to 4. And we do get the energy here. So this is good news for us. And we should be able to finish the job here. I'm going to play this. I'm going to hang on to this. Let's go ahead and do the Super Scoop Up. And yes, we're able to get that. That's really good. So let's play this right here. The next attacker will very likely be the Heatran here. It looks like my opponent's going to be investing in the Heatran, so I'm going to just target the Heatran while I still can right now, and then probably just go on from there. So let's go ahead. We'll hit the Psychic Assault, finishing off the Mega Rayquaza EX, and that'd be about it. So we get 180 right there, taking 2 prizes. We do get another Zubat right here. So my opponent brings out the Keldeo. We can see a Floatstone. We have yet to use our start on the Megaphone, so if we draw into that, we can get rid of that Floatstone right here. And my opponent won't be able to rush in and retreat, won't be able to use any metal links, or can retreat, but can't rush in. And we gotta wait and see. Does my opponent bring out the Cobalion here? We can get hit with a Righteous Edge. That would lose us another special energy. However, if we can get a Dimension Valley or get something else, oh no, my opponent gets a Sacred Ash, getting all these Pokemon, 5 Pokemon back into his deck. We see a Lysander that can Lysander out the Zubat. And that's one of the things I probably should put in this deck. I should put in a Zubat in this deck. Or not Zubat. The, whatchamacallit, Sacred Ash. So now my opponent's able to power up this guy. And we're going to be getting hit with a Steam Blast right away. Nope, we get hit for 80 because of the Steel Drop. And we'll just go ahead and bring out the Wobbuffet here. And here we go. We get this guy, put some more pressure here. And we even have this to boot. I'll even play the Muscle Band. And let's go ahead. We can end my opponent again. And, I mean, that could be pretty favorable. But if anything, I might just hang on. I think I'm just going to hang on to my hand. Hopefully, my opponent doesn't really have anything going for him right here. Hopefully, it's not any more VS Seekers. Let's see here. My opponent's got 1 VS Seeker only. Ah, shucks. Okay, so let's just go for the Psychic Assault. That'll hit for 50. My opponent does have resistance. And we can actually get hit for a knock. My opponent can knock us out right here with a Steam Blast. And that would be very unfortunate. We see a Pokemon fan club over here as well. Looks to me like my opponent will be able to fill up the bench again since my opponent's got the Sky Field. We could see the Mega Rayquaza and stuff come back out to play. Or maybe we won't even see that anymore. It looks like my opponent might be just dedicating to Metal Pokemon. We have yet to see if my opponent's going to be able to get some more VS Seekers or Lysanders. As of right now, the Metal Links won't be working, nor would the Russian and Retreat be working. So, if anything, what we're going to do is knock out this Heatran and just put a lot of pressure on my opponent. If anything, we'll probably promote the Zubat here. No, maybe the Golbat here so we can have the free retreat. Actually, both bats have free retreat. Ultimately, what we need off this end right now is a Energy and Dimension Valley. So we should have 1 more Dimension Valley, and for sure, if we can get some energies, that'd be pretty sweet. Here is a Mega, or a non-Mega, I mean, this is the Rayquaza EX. My opponent's playing the Ultra Ball for that, discarding a Shaman EX also and Age Slash EX. Both those abilities don't work, so my opponent opted to discard them right away. And it looks to me like we will get knocked out. I'm not sure what else my opponent is planning here. We get hit with 130. That is a straight-up knockout. My opponent does discard an energy. Let's go ahead. We're going to promote the Golbat right here. And here we go. So we'll just put 30 on this guy right now. I think. Yeah, let's just do that. And I'm actually going to opt to Super Scoop Up right here and promote this guy. And then let's just go ahead and knock him out. So that's one way to knock him out. And again, we're a little bit behind on prizes, but that's okay. So we don't have something like a Colress in the discard pile. So if we can end my opponent down to 2, that's okay, I guess. So what we're going to do, my opponent, we're just going to go... I can still retreat. So I'm going to go for an Escape Rope and put the pressure on my opponent to throw something else in the active spot. And that way we can maybe perhaps stall for a turn. So we will most definitely need an N right about now, but I might go for a Professor Birch's Observation. So here we're going to play the Zubat. We still have the ability to have the free retreat. So we could go for N. I'm going to go for a Professor Birch and wish me luck right here. And it's Tails. Well, it was better than nothing. So let's see here. All right, so we will do this. I'm going to retreat into the Wobbuffet, and then I will end the turn. So my opponent won't be able to rush in and retreat, nor would my opponent be able to do Metal Links. My opponent can still play an Energy, though, on the Cobalion or something else. Otherwise, right now, I'm going to play another Energy on the Wobbuffet, and then probably just go for the Juniper and kind of cross my fingers. My opponent evolves into the Mega Rayquaza, and hey, we get a Colress here, so that's actually really good. And here we go. What we're going to do is probably just pick at this guy for now. It doesn't seem like my opponent's got anything going for him, and we will just kind of slowly work on this guy here and see what we can do. So I'll even play the Muscle Band and turn up the pressure. My opponent does have resistance, but we will knock it out in the next turn. And gotta wait and see, does my opponent have any more energies or anything else for that matter? If not, what we're going to try to do for sure is target the Bronzor over here. And so if we can do that, I should be able to knock out this Aegislash. Now my opponent's going to be able to Lysander out the Golbat, and that's pretty devastating. We got to wait and see. Is my opponent able to get enough energies? If he can get another Bronzong, that could be 3 energies this turn. That would be a knockout. Nope, we see a DCE. We'll see my opponent go for a Metal Links, and that would be a knockout here. with the Mega Rayquaza. My opponent playing another Lysander. So that was very clutch for my opponent. Looks like a VS Seeker for that Lysander. And so that VS Seeker came in big. Here is another Bronzor, able to power up something else on the bench. And there's really nothing else we can really do to respond. I probably should have targeted the Mega Rayquaza the whole time. But hey, it is what it is, and we have to deal with it. So we should be able to not win anymore. Oh, shucks. Okay, so yeah, let's see. What can we do? That's the last Zubat. 2 Zubats. We only got 1 more Zubat, so this is basically it. Unless we can play Lysander and somehow get this guy out here. But yeah, we can get a Lysander right now. And we'll retreat. I'm going to play this over here. And, well, hey, it was a close one. Well, I just want the damage anyways. It was close. My opponent will win anyways, but hey, we came close, and that's what really matters. What really matters here is able to evolve and being able to put up a lot of damage. So we are 1 step closer to achieving our goal, and our opponent does take the victory, but it doesn't. I don't really care. At this point, what matters is get in the daily challenge, and there it is. Daily challenge complete. And we even get 60 coins. I'm telling you, daily challenges gives you a lot. Oh my goodness, we are fully leveled up on the psychic, and we get the psychic booster, or not booster box, but what is it? The psychic whatever. Anyways, hey, we completed this daily challenge as well. And that's 35 more coins. We got the psychic box. We got a bunch of things. Trainer tokens, reward summary. Look at that, 99 trainer tokens. That is awesome. Look at this. See this? This is why I'm trying to emphasize here. Play the daily challenge here, folks. This only took what? Maybe a little more. It's you know, it's okay, fine. It's less than an hour. But you're able to get 35 coins right there for 1 challenge, 60 coins for the double challenge, right? The 2 experience points challenge, and then we get the bonus wheel, everything. 99 coins, and we even get this guy right here. So there you go. See, daily challenge. When we, go out there, have fun, play the daily challenge, and you can earn a lot of cool things. So anyways, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and share this video with your friends. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for supporting this channel and being a part of this epic journey with me on countless Pokemon TCG online battles. And this it's just an exciting journey being a part of this channel and everything. So you guys, thanks so much for your support. You guys all take care. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.